Hey, what's going on, my ninja? Shinobi here, and today I have a video for you about a spec called the Ninja Spec. You gotta think, my name's Shinobi, I need to be playing a spec called the Ninja Spec, right? So I found some things online about part of this spec, and I was like, well, what if I did my own little turn to it and did a bunch of little different things? Then maybe you could see just how awesome this spec really is. Now, is it the most optimal spec in the world? I don't think so, but I think that overall, it's very fun and it's effective. It's very effective and you can use it on MP10 as I will display for you. And also after I show you everything about the spec, there'll be a little demonstration on some clips of me actually using the spec, and it's definitely a lot of fun. So I really urge you to check this spec out. And let me get into it for you. Let me show exactly what to expect. First off, this is what we're using right here. These are the abilities right here. So for your left click, you have rapid fire with bombardment. This is going to be a really nice spec for, you can use this one or you can use fire support as well, but bombardment's really nice as well. I mean, a lot of people have been using bombardment. And then you have chakram with twin chakrams. You're thinking, no way, man, like chakram? That's the most joke thing in the world. Like, no one uses chakram. And also, you're not using any hatred generators. What's going on with this spec? Well, you'll see why this actually works. Then we have Rain of Vengeance with Beastly Bombs for some AoEing. Nice ability to use every 30 seconds. Shadow Power with Gloom, because you have to have it to get some healing back. Caltrops with Jagged Spikes. There's a couple options you can do with this. You can do Jagged Spikes for more damage if you want to. You can do the one that immobilizes. That works as well too. You can do the one that increases the amount that they get slowed, or you can do Bait the Trap, which gives you 10% critical hit chance. Now, right now, I'm sitting on 70% crit chance. So if I were to use Bait the Trap, as you can see right here, for a Demon Hunter, you cap out at 75%. So it's not as effective for me. So I use the damage one just for me in general. And sometimes I switch it up though. I mean, it's up to you if you want to switch it up. And then also Vault is very important with this spec because it helps you line yourself up so you can do some good damage. And then also you're getting discipline back very quickly. So you can pretty much vault anytime you want to, which definitely helps with this spec. Then also over here you have the three passives. All three of these are very important. Archery, you have hand crossbow. Because I'm using a one-hander, I'll get into that in a second. So 10% crit chance, you need to be critting a lot, especially with this right here, Night Stalker. They go very well together. Getting that discipline up very quickly so you can stay alive and you can keep using your traps, keep using your vaults, keep using your shadow power. Now the next thing is Call the Weak. Now you're going to do 15% increased damage to slowed enemies. That's going to go really well with your Caltrops here, but because you're doing such crazy AoE damage, it actually does add up to be quite a bit. And I'm going to show you the gear here as well so you can see exactly how it all works out. Now, if you've been watching my stream or you've been watching my YouTube channel, you'd be like, Shinobi, don't you normally have like 400k, unbuffed DPS? Well, yeah, but with this spec, I'm using a little bit different things here. So let me explain some of the things that we've changed. The normal stuff that we have kept here, as you can see, is the shoulders, the helmet, amulets, gloves, bracers, belt, pants, boots, offhand, and then the things that we've changed here, well, we've kept this as well, the reflection. Things that we changed here is Calamity. This is something that I've tried not to use because so many people use it and I think it's a very overrated item, but I think it's only good for things like Rapid Fire spec or for this spec right here. And this is kind of like a hybrid of those two specs. So I think you have to have a Calamity for this type of thing that you're doing right here, and you'll see why. And then also we have your Stone of Jordan. Now try and get a 30% one, but finding Stone of Jordans on the auction house is so tedious, it makes me want to pull my hair out. Literally, it takes you forever to find a good Stone of Jordan on the auction house. Now granted, normally you'll find it for really cheap because people just throw them up on the auction house and there's billions of them on there. But this is about as good as I could get. Now the main thing to look for here is going to be reduce resource cost of chakram by 5 hatred. With that coupled with the chest piece, which is another 5 hatred, is going to make your chakram free. That's right, unlimited hatred. So you're able to use this as much as you want. You can blow all this, just destroy things, and then boom, pop it back into this. That's one of the downsides with the rapid fire build, is that when you use rapid fire, you have to get your hatred back up, and while you're doing that, you know, mobs aren't taking that much damage, and maybe you're using like Bola Shot with Thunderball, and yeah, it's going to go up, and it's going to take a little bit to get up there, but I like to be able to use this while I'm waiting for my hatred to just self-regenerate itself, and you can see that it goes up pretty decently as I'm doing high amounts of damage. I'll explain how to use Chakram and how everything works in the abilities in just a second, but the chest piece is very important here. Normally I use the Ina's chest piece because you can see the vitality and dexterity is just so much better. It's very hard to get these kind of stats on an Natalia's Embrace, so hard to get the Ina's Vast Expanse stats, that is. But this actually works for this because I sacrifice a little vitality, a little, you know, not a little bit, but quite a bit of damage, 7,000 damage, to actually be able to get that Chakram Unlimited. So that's what I went with for that right there. So how do we use the Chakram ability most effective? Because you're probably saying, Shinobi, Chakram, it's a joke. Like, it doesn't even hit mobs some of the times. And I'll show you exactly what. So as you're shooting out the Chakram, you will see here that in this area where my mouse is right now, there's a dead zone, and this area right here where my flag is a dead zone as well. So what that means is mobs that are standing in that area are not going to take damage. Now the sweet spot is right in the middle here where you can see this. Now this right here, they're going to take double the amount of damage. Right here, they're going to take a single part amount of the damage. So if you're standing right beside a mob, let's say that this Leo was a mob right here, and I'm standing right beside her, and I'm shooting them, she's getting hit right off the bat, but she's not taking that double spin right over there. So that's what you want to do. You want to try and angle yourself a little bit better, and that's why things like Vault and Caltrops work really well, because you can pretty much throw the trap down, you can vault back like this, they're going to take this damage as they're coming through it, and you can just kind of do this as they're coming through it, and they can get slowed right in that sweet spot and take, you know, the optimal amount of damage. So let me go ahead and show you just a quick demonstration on some areas that we can go to here. Alright guys, now I'm going to show you a little demonstration here on exactly you know, what you can expect for this type of spec. Now I'm going to go up against an elite here with some trash mobs, so you can see just how effective the Chakram is with the trash mobs, and then also the solo damage that it can do, the single target damage with Chakram, and then also show you what the rapid fire looks like coupled in with that, show you some of the abilities, show you how the burst works with this spec, and let's get in there and go kill it. You can see I have full hatred, full discipline, gonna run over, and a light and shrine doesn't really matter, but because I'm Paragon 100. Okay, so let's bring them over here, and let's just do some damage here. Okay, so these guys are going to stay ranged, so some mobs, when you have the ranged ones, just try and put them right in the sweet spot. That way it goes really nice and smooth for you. Okay, now I can do this. Blow that for a little bit. And just go back to this. Okay, and then do a little bit of that. Kind of switch it up. You see how I got him right in the spot right now? And I'm standing in Desecrator right now. You can see that's not too bad, right? Okay. So I have no hatred right now, but hey look, I'm allowed to do abilities because I'm using this right here. So it actually works out pretty nicely. And then you pretty much always have the discipline to be able to do whatever you need, and he's dead. You know, it took a little bit longer, but you know, he had the frozen. I had to kind of jump away from that. You know, it's not the most tanky spec, that's for sure. You're definitely able to die, and die you will when you're first starting to learn how to use this. But once you can master it and you can get to the point, and I'm still trying to master it. I mean, I'm pretty good at it, but once I get to the point where I can smoothly just, you know, respond very correctly with all this stuff, then you can just really melt some creatures and all that kind of stuff, and you can just, you know, do really well with it. You know, we can go out here and grab a little demonstration, try and grab some stuff here. You can see, even though I had no discipline when I was starting this fight here, I was able to get my discipline back up really quickly with just all the AoE that's going on here. You can see I just melted pretty much everything there, just really easily, and that's pretty much the spec, guys. So hope you did enjoy this video, and I have been doing a lot of the PvP stuff with Diablo 3, the new crafted PvP that I came up with that people are just loving. I'm getting so many people at the stream. I'm going to be coming up with a season thing pretty soon, so that's a little thing for you. Pretty much people that are going to participate in the competitions, they're going to earn points, and then those points are going to be accumulated through the end of the season, and then whoever has the most points at the end, we're going to have a big tournament, and we'll see who the best crafted PvP person is. So yeah, I hope you did enjoy this video. Make sure you guys show some love to the video, hitting like and favorite and all that good stuff, and come over to the live stream. The link's right down below. Come see me try this spec out. Let me know what you think about the spec, and you know, if it was very effective for you. But yeah, this is pretty much it, and I've had a lot of fun with it. You can see I can just pop this right on here and just mount this down quickly, or I can even switch it up and use this, and you can see that it's pretty decent damage, you know, right here. And that's, you know, for an AoE ability like that, it's mainly for AoE. It's not too bad, and you can see it goes down pretty quickly there. But yeah, that's pretty much the spec, guys. It's definitely fun. You know, if you got an urge to be a ninja like I always do, then I urge you to check out this spec. Anyways, my name's Shinobi. Until next time, thanks for watching.